Okay, let's go to GitHub. Repositories.
Shall I make you the host? Will you share this?
Yes, yeah, you can make those.
Yeah, it's done. You can
It's done?
share now.
Okay. Share screen. Yes, share the whole screen. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to drone. Pull request. Driver class for browsers. Only thing we can remove this line. Next dependency is not needed. Let's see.
That's another POM file.
And it worked, right? So when you remove the dependency,
It worked. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. What else? Driver factory. Let's see. Driver factory. Login. Hard coding for now should live in driver class. Okay. So move the Chrome into driver factory.
So the browser string was in
Test.
the test.
Yeah.
So I've moved that to
Okay.
driver factory.
Great. Cool.
And for the next few comments, maybe I can just tell you, you had asked me to implement the driver factory in such a way that we don't have to instantiate it. There's no need for a constructor class and make static methods.
Right.
So yeah, I think like 4 or 5 comments are related to that. So I've changed that implementation.
Okay, I'll just quickly see.
Yeah, sure.
We ask for things, static in nature. Okay, static method must need to initialize. Here's the place which what browser do you want? Okay, static method implementation is changed. Move this logic. Okay, implementation is changed. Format it correct. Okay. So then I'll quickly have a look at the files.
Yeah.
Just in case if there are any final remarks.
Sure.
So this is gone, which is good. Driver factory. Web driver. Switch to browser. Chrome. Give Chrome. Return the drive. Okay. Maybe what we can do. So normally, for example, we can see these two things.
Yeah.
They can actually be dealt with one code. In the sense, for example, if I remove this, right? And if the user gives Chrome, you will still get Chrome.
True. Yeah.
Or if user gives Atata, Patata, whatever, you will still get Chrome.
Yeah.
So normally with that case, you can remove the first one.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So maybe I'll just make a remark, but I will approve this. You can do it in another PR.
Sure.
So not for now. This can be removed in the next PR, not for this one. And add single comment. And maybe we can also add IE to the list.
Yeah, I tried everything. IE, Edge, Opera, but because my machine is a Mac machine, it didn't work. Like I can't.
Makes sense. Let's leave IE then.
So that's why I have to just settle to this.
Makes sense. Let's do just Firefox and Chrome for now.
I mean, the implementation is very similar, so I can add it to the code. It's just that I can't run it and show that it works. So.
No, makes sense. I mean, I'll leave it to you. If you want, you can add,
Okay.
or otherwise you can just live with this too.
Okay.
Let's see. The driver. So we have the page factory now. This I think was same. No changes here.
Yeah, there are no changes in login for
Right.
this version.
Do we want this here or can we try it in the constructor? Maybe in the next PR.
Okay.
So in the next PR, you can try and move it inside the constructor after this dot driver is equals to drivers step. Because then what we're saying is first get the driver, then go to the login page, and then initialize all the elements.
Yeah. Okay.
But these comments will be gone, Rashmi, so maybe you might have to make a note of it later.
Yeah, I'm making note.
Okay, so that's done. So you see, already the good thing is Burning Garcia is gone from test. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Test does not know if it is Chrome or Firefox, they don't care, which is awesome. And all we want is we say, hey driver factory, give us a driver. Because for test, that's all we want.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thing looks good. Can be approved. Review changes. Approve. Submit review.
Can you show me what was that first comment from you? Okay, I think I can take a look at the closed PR, right? I should still be able to see these.
Yeah, you can. But let's see if I can. What was it? Let's see. Because now there's too many comments now.
No, these are old comments.
Right.
Notice.
Oh yeah. The Chrome thing. The option to get Chrome, it's covered in the default.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so close pull rig. Now enable auto merge, confirm auto merge. This branch has conflicts that must be resolved. So now you have to basically pull changes.
I did expect this. Can we?
So you know the steps, right? Maybe you want to share your screen?
Sure.
Let's do that. Stop share.
You have to
make your host.
Make me the host again.
Not this. Close. Participants. Oh, participants. More. Make host. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. So actually, I've forgotten how I can see the
So what we have to do is, if you go to terminal, here, terminal, yeah. So what you want to do is, first you can do git branch to just see on which branch you are. So you are in a feature, right? So you have to check out first develop. And now your branch is behind origin develop by 2 commits. So you need to pull changes from develop. So you can do a git pull. So now we have all the latest changes, right? Now you can do again git branch, or you can just press the upward key, 2 times and you'll get it. But okay, enter. I think the fixed PR comments was the one on which you're working on, right?
Yeah.
So if you,
No. It was trial 3.
are you sure?
PR comments was earlier one. Yeah.
Yeah, feature trial.
Feature trial 3.
Yeah. So then you have to check out feature trial 3. And now you have to do, you want to merge the latest changes from develop to this branch. So you have to say git merge and feature trial, whatever the branch name was. If you do right click, yeah, that's it. Awesome.
So I have checked this out, and when I say merge, it will try to merge to develop branch.
So now it will try to merge changes from latest from develop to your latest branch.
Okay.
Your branch is up to date. So now your branch is up to date. Git branch already up to date. Do one more git push. Then it's weird because then there should be no conflicts. Everything up to date. That's super weird.
Let me see. Yeah, see all this. These things were the recent ones.
Can you?
So because you approve, they get merged anyway.
Can you click on the git ignore thing? Does it contain my changes? Scroll down. No, right?
No. Why are you checking this file?
No, because I created a PR, right, where we said ignore certain files.
Yeah.
And that's already merged in develop, correct?
Yes, because I checked and approved it yesterday already.
But was it also, I think it was also merged.
Yes, it was also merged.
Because now I don't see those changes below idea files. I was expecting to see those changes below idea file.
Right.
Can you check out develop again? And refresh again this file. Or click. So maybe you can click somewhere else and then go back and click on it.
Yeah, now I see your changes.
We see the changes, right?
Yeah.
So why did it not merge them when we said git merge with this branch? Because that's the whole purpose of merge. It should merge the changes from develop to here.
No, so develop doesn't even have the driver class. Okay, because we never merged it to develop.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
But I mean, what we were expecting is in our feature we have the driver thing. In develop we have these changes, and when we do a merge, both the changes should be present in your branch.
But you know what I didn't understand about these comments is commands. Like I checked out trial 3, so I'm on trial 3.
Right.
And then I'm saying git merge trial 3. So how
git merge develop. Sorry. You have to say git merge develop.
Okay.
Oh,
so now again I should check out. Right?
You're on which branch? Now you do again git branch?
Now I'm on develop because we just checked out.
Okay, right. So I mean, yeah, that explains. That explains.
So go to trial 3.
Yeah. No. Auto merging, conflicts, merge conflicts, fix conflicts, and then commit the result. Git checkout. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Checkout. Right?
Yeah. And then git merge with develop.
No, did it check out? Because it didn't check out. It says.
Oh, I think it's trying to merge. Okay, now we have to do some Google search. How to undo git merge.
Really?
Yeah, really. I mean, the easiest thing would be, let's say,
it didn't merge. Because even here, it said conflict, so auto merging, and then said merge, automatic merge failed.
Let's do one thing. If you open Visual Studio Code, I think then I can easily probably find something. So you go to changes. Yeah.
Just a second, I have to open.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so in this 15 changes, now you have to discard, basically undo. You have to click on all the, in the merge changes, there should be a undo, no, if you go up, even up, little bit down, why is it not showing? I mean, there's a, no, don't,
No, I won't do it.
yeah, it's like there's an option to basically revert all the changes, unstage everything. So if you unstage, there should be an option.
Maybe I can just put it like this. Usually I could do that.
There's normally an option, one to commit, one to undo, right? I think this next I can be before plus. What's that? Is this revert? What does it say?
Open file. It says open file.
But there should be one to above. Can you see in source control?
These are stage changes. This I can click and
Unstage. But you should be able to unstage all of things, right? Maybe you can unstage all of them.
But I can't. These two don't have unstage option.
No, what I mean is in the stage changes, can you unstage them? Can you go up?
Yeah. This I can. This I can.
Okay.
But these two I can't.
What's the button above? In source control, above, check this one. Yeah. What is it?
View as key.
Yeah. So now we are, let's do Google how to undo a merge.
Undo last one? No, that won't work.
No.
Unstage all changes? Will that help? I don't know.
I am not even sure if unstage will help. Pull, push, switch. No. Let's just do a quick Google search. How to undo. Maybe first you can also do a get log just to see which comment we are on. From IntelliJ or from here, wherever you like.
What do you want to do?
Git log. So it has already merged my commits here, right? Remove unnecessary files is already here. Okay. Okay, verse 2 us. What can happen?
How do I get out of this?
If you press Control C or Q, Control C or right letter Q.
No, it's exiting.
No, cancel. Q.
Yeah.
Okay, what we can do, Rashmi. So what is happening is we are saying instead of merging our branch into develop, we are saying merge our branch into develop instead of saying merge develop into branch. But it's okay. I mean, at the end, what we're going to do is we're going to push these changes to develop in the remote, right?
Yeah.
And once we pull, those changes will be there. But if we do a merge, no man, it would not be there because this merge commit will be different than the other merge commit. What we can do, we can merge the changes. Yes, it's an ugly solution which I can think of. Otherwise, we have to do a lot of Google search. What we can do is we can resolve this merge conflict. We can go to the branch. We can merge the changes and push and see what happens. In worst case, we can always delete our local and then we can pull changes again because, well, the changes are already backed up in remote, right? So it should work.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Go back to IntelliJ or VS Code.
So here in GitHub now, if I see develop, what do I see? So
You will see the last changes that I committed about in the Git ignore.
Okay. So there is still a possibility to lose this branch. What?
No. So you will lose nothing in the remote branch. Whatever we might lose, it could be a local copy of it.
Right.
right? So
Yeah.
there is no danger basically.
Yeah.
So let's go back. Let's see what does the login and ugly login test class says. I mean, if you go back to the change, yeah, let's click on login, and now we have to resolve conflict. So it says the current change is this. In the incoming change, we have removed this thing, which is good. So accept incoming change.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand. So this is the current change.
Yeah. So the current change includes in the login class. It includes this URL, right? Oh no, you want this change, right? You want the current change.
No.
Where has this URL gone? It's in the login page itself, right?
No, the URL is now in the. Yeah, it should be in the login.
The only thing that you will miss is this final keyword. So for now, if you say accept current change, and then you can add the word final, before WebDriver. So above you see a button.
How do you know that final is the only difference here?
Because it shows here in the blue. It is showing incoming change, and then it's highlighted as private final WebDriver driver. You see, this line is 2 times. So if you do accept current change, there's a button above, below login.
No, wait. What if I accept both changes for these?
Then you'll have 2 lines. So let's say accept both changes. Click on that. Right? So now it is saying you that WebDriver is initialized twice.
Yeah.
So you can cut this line and put it in the first place.
This one, right?
Yeah. You can cut, paste in the first.
So instead of this one.
Yes. So this is good. Are there any other conflicts?
Yeah.
If you go down, there are more conflicts. Driver. Okay, so here you want the current change because the login URL is in the top. You're not going to hard code it in the method. So accept current change. So this is good. So now all conflicts resolved. You can go to ugly login test. Let's see.
I think I can leave the incoming change. The only thing is I made this private.
Yeah, so this is little bit tricky in the sense I'll tell you why. You first want the driver and then you want to talk about login, right? I mean, it's not that it will make a difference. So let's say if you make accept current change and then you just make login as private. If you scroll down, I think that's it. And now you can commit them. So if you, but wait, also you can commit the driver factory which we unstaged. You can also stage that. The driver factory.
And also POM.
Was POM also unstaged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember that's dependency that I remember.
Okay, so you can commit.
So this should.
It's okay. So then you just go on top and you commit everything. So if you just click on commit. Yeah. Oh wait. So cancel. Just cancel. I think for the merge files you have to accept. You have to click on. If you go above for the merge changes, you have to stage them. So you click on the plus button. For both these 2 files. Yes. Yeah. So now you have staged and now you have to click on commit. Yeah. Now you check out your branch again. Git check out your branch. Was it 3 or version 3? Okay. Now you merge with this. So git merge develop. Yeah. So now you have all the files. Now you can do a git push. Yeah. Yep. And if you now go to the PR, you should be able to see that it should be merged. Click on this. because I think we clicked on auto merge, right? Click on this.
Yeah.
Or maybe I have to
Where
first
can
give a review comment or something. If you go down, scroll down for review required. So the moment I give a review, so let me quickly let me see if I can give a.
So how does this work? Because we already merged, right?
No, we did not.
In the local.
No, in the local you have merged, right? But not in the in the remote. And pull request is everything about remote.
Yeah.
So let's add your review. Review changes, approve, submit review. So now I've submitted the review. Do you see a change if you refresh?
Yeah, it's gone.
Gone?
Pull request is gone.
Awesome. So now let's do something else. You can go to your local, and if you do a git pull, oh sorry, no, not here. You have to go to develop first because you're in the branch. Git checkout, develop. Branch is ahead by 5 commits. Do a git pull. Merge branch. Please enter commit message to explain why this merge is necessary. Just write something.
Yeah, this one, how can I write this?
Just type something and do then control C. Just see if you can type something. Yeah. Can you do control Q or control C? Just give control C then. Oh no, not accept. Cancel.
Edit control C is not working. Control C is also no.
Can you scroll down to the end maybe?
No, this is the last line.
Okay.
Yeah. Now maybe. Oh yeah. Okay.
Colon Q.
Margin.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we're done.
Go to the next line.
Yeah.
Give colon.
Sorry?
Colon, not semicolon, but colon.
Yeah.
Q. Enter. Control C. Okay, now we are sort of stuck. Let's do one thing. Easiest thing. Whatever changes we have in the branch, we have pushed to the remote, right?
Yeah.
Let's delete this folder. Git clone the project from the remote. Or else this exercise, this session will become about how to undo.
No, but remember I told you I was stuck when I was working on this like two branches I had to delete.
Yeah.
Exactly the same issues I faced and I didn't know how to get out.
I know what could have happened, Rashmi. I thought about it. So because we did not had this git ignore of target folder, right?
Yeah.
And this is one of the possible reasons which makes sense, because in the past Git has never made mistake. So I'm assuming it was not Git which was making mistake, it was us. And the only possible reason is in target you have this compiled files which have the same name, right?
Yeah.
So if we are by accident changing a compiled file from target repository, we might think that oh, I'm changing the login class, why is it not reflecting? But it's not reflecting, or it is showing in both the places because it's not a tracked file. It's an untracked file from target.
Right.
So if by adding that git ignore thing, now I know for sure that we only have the files that are shown are the ones that we are tracking. So then this kind of chances of this kind of mistakes are less.
Yeah, but still, like because the mistake where by mistake I ran that merge thing, right?
No, for that there are solutions. So for that there are solutions. So if you look into git clone, no, not in drone. I think you have to come out of drone first. Otherwise, it will clone inside drone.
Oh, okay.
So what I mean is there are solutions on internet. If you screw up merges, there are solutions. It will say git reset head, and I mean, so you don't have to delete your repository. But what I mean is, if you want to go that path, this session might become about doing that.
Oh, why does it say access to the path SNR?
That's weird.
I do have access to this and I have cloned it earlier.
Can you go to your repository once again, maybe in the folder? Maybe there's another repository with name drone. You first want to delete that,
Mm,
or did you already deleted
no.
it?
Yeah, I just deleted it.
Okay. Try
That's
again. Is there another drive where you can clone this?
yeah, I'm gonna try here.
Because I'm imagining that it could be because of it's still able to see the same thing. Access to the
No.
path is okay. Let me see what it shows in you know. Wait a minute. Code.
Shall I try here on IntelliJ to get it from VCS?
Sorry.
See what happens.
Yep.
On IntelliJ, I will try to get this project from VCS and try what happens.
Okay. So you have to click on GitHub.
Wait just a second. But no,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
on
you
GitHub
can.
because GitHub is my. Just a second. Just want to go back to this directory. Okay, let me try this.
Okay.
Yeah, it says the directory already exists and it is
That
not empty.
that is the problem. So it is not completely deleted it. You know.
Oh. How is that possible?
I don't know. Mac.
But it is deleted. They are removed from bin also.
Yeah.
I don't know, that will.
Okay. Now maybe you can just try from command line because if it works, it will work from both the places.
I don't know how to do this. It's not really working.
Maybe you can even change directory to
Yeah. No, that is not
It's very
working.
weird.
You have this option to. There's some option about IntelliJ to delete cache or something, right? Where is that? Do you know?
Oh yeah. So if you go to settings,
Yeah, this is.
but this is not even about. So can you go to VS Code? So let's
Yeah.
forget about IntelliJ.
Yeah.
Let's go to VS Code.
Yeah.
And oh, you're trying this from VS Code.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think it's a problem of caching.
I have have I logged in?
Because you can actually
Does it
open it.
matter if I've signed in or not? That shouldn't matter, right? No, that shouldn't matter.
Should not. Where are you? Why? Can you close this repository? Because it's like you are in this repository. You're already in this repository. Can you close VS Code?
Yeah.
Can you just open a PowerShell terminal or any terminal and then just do git clone wherever you want to clone it. It should work.
Yeah, this is one.
So I think what was happening was VS Code was inside that repository we deleted the repository, and then we were again trying to
It got confused.
clone into the same repository. So it's like, what the heck? What do you want?
I mean, I don't know. Even here, it didn't consider other repositories. Yeah. This will take some time.
If you click on get ignore, you'll just see if it has got all the changes. So it has my changes, and maybe you can click on something, your latest changes from the branch. Then we can be sure.
Yeah, this parent changes also.
So it has all the changes, right?
Yeah.
So now we have learned about how to let's say separate our test intentions into test implementation, which was using page factory. We have also learned how to make our tests independent of browsers by putting all that browser logic away into driver factory, right? The only next thing that
Yeah.
I mean, now our tests are independent of browser. They don't care if you run in Firefox, Chrome, whatever.
Yeah.
Our driver's only goal is to give a driver based on whatever is requested from it, right? So the next important thing is that now our driver factory actually knows about what browser is being requested, and it should not know about that. So this line number 12 is our next goal. So the goal is to move this configuration outside so that our framework can use it. I can give you some hints. I mean, rather than giving a solution, I wanted to first try it out, but I will tell you what are our goals, because I think you will find multiple solutions on how you can do this. Multiple solutions. Even for example, if I remember correct, using properties files where you can read properties and use them here. But what our goal is, eventually you want to run our project into a CI pipeline, right? Why do we want it? Because in a normal project, when things will change, you want your test to run when those things change automatically. You don't want to spend time doing that yourself. And when that happens, maybe you want to customize your parameters in such a way that, for example, if you're testing on a local machine and if you're given browser as Chrome, but if you want to run it, let's say, randomly for Firefox or Chrome or whatever, the parameters that you're passing from the command line should pass to this class. That's our goal. Because eventually in a CI pipeline, we will run our test using command line. And that command line should basically change this value from, so in any of your properties file, if you have mentioned it as Chrome or Firefox, if you pass it as I, it should run with I. So that is the goal we have in mind. So what I'm trying to say is, you need a way where the property that you set in should be overridable using command line. If not, that solution is not useful. So that is what you have to try while searching.
Just one question. So I understand the goal, but in this, at least in this particular project, so far we've never run this test from command line, right?
So that's a good point. So let's go to terminal. This terminal, no, in here itself.
Okay.
From IntelliJ. I mean, it's actually the same. You open from here. Or you open just give Maven clean test. MVN. No, not the full Maven. MVN. Yeah. MVN clean test, and just press enter. So got it, enter. Okay, tests are running. You see, because this is the way when you're running a test in pipeline, you cannot say that, oh, I will go and click on something, right? So this is the way you will define it in CI, and that's how the tests are run. Test run 4, failure 0, error 0. And you can actually specify which test you want to run, which parameters you want to pass. So let's say if you want to pass if you make your test configurable, that you define these parameters in a file, and if you give browser as Firefox, you would be actually able to override by saying maven clean test d, and the way you define it is d browser equals to Chrome, dash d, for example, host something else. Every property that you define in a configuration file should be overridable.
Okay.
And that's how you make a CI runnable framework. And maybe that also tells us that the next goal should be, after we make it configurable, because we now have 4 tests, before we go to cover other areas, now we want to make sure that if we are running new tests, we don't want to worry about seeing that if bringing those new changes break our existing tests. So maybe as a next goal, we will try to run our framework into CI.
Okay.
So after we bring in the configuration changes, the next goal will be to run our framework into CI.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Cool. So I think this will keep you interested and excited, Rashmi.
Yeah.
The config thing.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Chalo. All the best, and then we see each other tomorrow.
Thanks, Pranam.
Welcome. Take care. See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.